Let's take a look at an inequality question from YIJC. Part A, without using a calculator, solve 7x minus 2 divided by x plus 1 more than or equals to 2x. Now our task here, step number 1, we are going to make sure that we get 0 on the right hand side. So first task here, I'm going to move 2x to the left. So I'll be getting minus 2x more than or equals to. Our task here is to get this 0 on the right hand side. Second, I'm going to combine this into one single fraction. So I'm going to take the common denominator, write it down. So I'll be left with 7x minus 2 minus 2x times this will be 2x squared. 2x times 1, that's 2x. Let me now simplify the numerator. I'm going to write the x squared term first, okay? So I'll be getting a negative 2x squared, followed by 7x minus 2x, that's a positive 5x. And constant will be negative 2. The next task, we're going to try to see if we can factorize this. We will factorize this. And since I do not like the negative over here, I'm going to multiply a negative on the left and on the right. So next step, I'll be getting 2x squared minus 5x plus 2 over x plus 1. And I'm going to change the inequality sign to less than or equals to 0. Next, I'm going to head over and factorize this expression. So next step here, I'll be getting x minus 2, 2x minus 1 over x plus 1 less than or equals to 0. Now the idea here is that I will get multiplication and division of linear factors. So next step, I'm going to draw a number line. I'll be getting a few values from the bracket. So x plus 1, I'll be getting negative 1. From here, I'll be getting a positive 2. And from here, I'll be getting a half. I'm going to plot that at the correct position. So I'll be getting here as negative 1 followed by half and a 2. And next step, I'm going to head over to my calculator to show you. I'm going to test a value on the right of 2. Means I'll insert the x value as maybe a 3. So I'll go over to my calculator. Now I've inserted a 3. That's the screen that's been highlighted. I get 5 over 4, which is positive. I'm going to put down here as positive. And I'm going to choose a value between half and 2. I have plugged in a 1 and I get a negative. So I put a negative here. Same thing, I'm going to test a 0 over here and I get a positive answer. And last one, you can't see, I plotted a negative value and I'm getting a negative answer over here. Now, let us also consider at this position where it is 2. 2, when I insert here, I get the 0 above. So I can get this value because I need the 0 as well. And for this half, if I plug in over this bracket, this will goes to 0. And I can take the value of 0. So I'll be putting a solid dot. And the last one, negative 1. If I insert here, I'm going to do a division by 0. So I can't do that. So I'm going to put a hollow dot. And last, let's choose our answer. We need to get negative. So I'll be getting this region and this region. So my answer will be x less than negative 1 or x will be between half and 2. That's for part A. Now let me erase this one here so that we can discuss about part B. Next, part B of this question, hence solve negative 7 square x minus 2 divided by 1 minus square x more than or equals to negative 2 square x. Now, since a hence question, we're going to make this to be as similar as that expression. So let me just take a look at this one here. We have this minus 2, it's the same as this minus 2 and 7. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write 7 and I'm going to put this negative and square root x in the bracket. This negative 2, I'm going to retain it here. Alright, so here we have a plus 1 and we have a 1 here. So I'm going to write plus 1 at the back and I'm going to move this one here. So I'll be getting this as negative square root x plus 1. And for this one here, I have a 2 here. So I will be writing it as 2. And I'm going to put this minus square root x in a bracket. So now we can see that what has changed is that this x value, this position, and this position has been replaced with negative square x. And we're going to use answer from part A. So from this answer here, we are going to replace our answer position for this and this to negative square x. So let me rewrite now. And next step, do remember, we are going to use our calculator to help us to solve these two. So I'm going to head over to my calculator and let you see the graphical illustration of this solution over here. Now, I have plotted the graph over my GC. I'm going to transfer the information to my board and explain it to you. So what I have plotted over there is this curve over here, which is this negative square of x. And I have plotted this line in, which is at -1. I've also plotted the value of half here and the value of 2. So I plotted a graph. Let me just take a look at the inequality. So I need this graph to be below the -1, which is this position over here. And I have also calculated the point of intersection where the x value is at 1. So let me illustrate. This point here will be at 1. And do notice that for this graph to be in between these two, there's nothing in between these two lines. So I won't get any solution from this part here. My solution will be coming from here. So I'll be answering this question. This one means that I cannot take this point. So my answer will be x more than 1 for this part B. So that's all for part B.